Hello, 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 everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back. We're starting a new book today, and that book is called Kundalini Energy Awakening, written by Melissa Gomes. This book does not have an introduction, but I did do a little bit of research on the author, and basically she's written about 8 or 9 books, and she refers to herself as a researcher, practitioner, and of course, an author. She's written books on the Akashic Record, astral projection, Kundalini, chakras, empaths, and things of that genre, as well as mythology and some books on paganism, religion, and just overall spirituality. So that's just a little synopsis on this author that we're going to be exploring a bit today, all things Kundalini. It's a subject that I'm so passionate about. If you've been following any of my videos, I have mentioned a few times that I do practice Kundalini. I've been doing it for about a year, meditation and yoga, and I've noticed such a shift in my overall mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual and physical well-being that I really wanted to share this with whoever feels this is something they would like to incorporate into their lives if they feel ready for that. So this book is going to cover a wide variety of topics, all that have to do with Kundalini, with your chakras, which work together with Kundalini. And we're going to even go a little bit farther than that towards the end of the book. So if this interests you, let's go ahead and get started together. So chapter 1, we're going to start out with something that is super important, and that is, what is Kundalini? We're going to talk about what it is, and we're going to go into the history of Kundalini and the symbolism behind the pineal gland, which is very much a part of practicing Kundalini. And you're going to hear that word so many times in these videos. It's in here, and there's nothing I can do about it. I can't replace it with anything, so we're just going to have to make peace with that. Okay, so chapter 1 is titled, What Exactly is Kundalini? Kundalini is an image created by the ancient Indians to express their feelings about divinity. Kundalini is also concerned with healing on all levels, and you can use it to reverse maladaptive processes and initiate deeper, long-lasting healing. It is a deep and dynamic force situated at the base of your spine, and it is here that all of our spiritual and physical life force energy originates. The spiral of our energy sings from its core outward. This energy, when awakened healthily, reaches into the cells of our body and energies, healing and rejuvenating them. When the cells are allowed to become imbalanced energetically, they can begin to malfunction and become stuck, where they then begin to cause you harm and discomfort. Kundalini is the physical manifestation of a very deep unconscious force attached and anchored deep in the cells of our physical being. The forces of life and consciousness connect you to your higher self. This extraordinary force has always been there and lies dormant until needed in times of stress or crisis. Once this primal energy is aroused and activated, it influences you on a very deep and basic energy level. Kundalini can only awaken after we awaken first. That's paramount. It first requires our conscious intent and, if we can, our willingness to consciously create our unique healing experience. This may sound lofty or complicated, but it becomes very simple and straightforward once you feel secure enough in your practice to allow the vital energies of your being to operate freely and undisturbed. To experience this natural energetic healing, we must pose the question of, why is it that we need to heal in the first place? Usually, when we begin working on our healing experiences, we will discover that we need our energy to flow healthily, and that doing things in different ways yields different results for us. Kundalini healing works on energetic and foundational levels simultaneously. It corrects imbalances of raw energy by shifting deep-held triggers of fear and trauma stored in the cells. Once the body has been cleared of these blocks, it can move on to experience new and creative states of awareness. Your Kundalini healing experience is one that you can actively participate in and commit to. The imbalances corrected during the healing process are still your responsibility. When imbalances are produced and the body's energies begin to process them for you, they give messages that need to be addressed to move forward productively. This effect is why it is important to participate fully in your healing. Your health will bring you many gifts, including love for yourself and others, the ability to let go, and greater wisdom about how life works. Before we get into the specifics of Kundalini and its awakening, we must understand the terms Kundalini and chakras in the next chapter. This can help you better prepare for the process and realize the power you can activate using your Kundalini. History of Awakening. Around 3000 BC, ancient Indians began speaking and writing about Kundalini, which they believed was the link to the universe's sacred and divine energy. They believed that Kundalini was the very breath of life itself. Kundalini usually has translated as coiled or bound. The Sanskrit word for energy or spirit is prana, which means breath. So the Sanskrit word for Kundalini is the coiled or bound prana of the spiritual world, the cosmic breath of life, the dynamic power that lies at the wellhead of universal consciousness. The Hindus believed that a person's flow or production of Kundalini depended on the quality of their consciousness. Kundalini existed in ancient Egypt and ancient India. The Ankh symbol, which represents the union of masculine and feminine energy, was used as a spiritual talisman and a symbol of alignment with source potential. Kundalini is found in many ancient cultures, but as a universal phenomenon, it is only very recently that it has taken root in the present-day West. In Hindu tradition, the pituitary and pineal brains were believed to be the caves of Kundalini. In India, it is believed that the brain receives complete and direct access to the soul through the pineal gland, which is why Kundalini is considered the key to awakening the soul in yoga. The chakras are 7 energy centers located along the body's central channel to the crown of the head. Each chakra is associated with a specific color that helps stimulate them. It has also been suggested that each chakra symbology has a corresponding sound that can help stimulate their activation. When the chakras are stimulated, their energy centers become active to resuscitate your Kundalini energy. This takes place when the chakras are opened and activated. Kundalini energy is usually dormant in the human system because it needs to be aroused first to rise upward from the root chakra at the base of the spine. Through yoga and other practices, this rejuvenating energy is gradually awakened. The ancient Chinese believed that qi was the life force energy that existed within us, and that returning orgasm energy to the brain could extend the life and reverse the effects of aging. The Tao Te Ching and the I Ching also describe the connection between the body's energy centers and the soul's. The Eastern world uses acupuncture to stimulate and manipulate energy flow through your body's meridian system to sustain a healthy flow of life force energy. It is believed that acupuncture's influence causes the body's energy to circulate through the different energy channels, releasing blockages and toxins and accelerating healing. The Taoists believe that the life force energy surrounding and permeating the cosmos also exists within each person's body. Kundalini first appears in history with the practice of alchemy. It is an intriguing topic because the more you learn about it, the more you will realize that it overlaps with Kundalini appreciation in Indian tradition, and that yoga practice in ancient India also supported Kundalini awareness. It is the vital energy that flows through the chakras. You can gain many benefits by awakening the Kundalini, including reaching higher planes of consciousness and unlocking your psychic abilities. As awakening the flow of energy in our bodies assists us in becoming transcendent in various ways, it can help us gain insight during difficult times, feel less alone, and find our way in life. Finally, Kundalini is about healing on all levels. It can be awakened and guided by using meditation methods. In this way, your consciousness takes charge of the channels and can release blockages that don't serve your best interests. As your awareness becomes deeper and more expansive, you can learn to reclaim control over your energy, allowing your fate to be driven by your imagination rather than your fears. The result is a higher state of consciousness and a larger sense of self, which helps you master your external environment. The increased psychic ability development creates a heightened awareness of your body's energies and a deepening understanding of your life and spiritual experiences. Kundalini awareness and awakening have been linked with healing attempts throughout history. Many philosophers, therapists, yogis, and Eastern healing masters have written about Kundalini and their work to awaken it. Unfortunately, most of these texts have been lost, so we must rely on their written description and later tradition concerning the actual practices used to awaken Kundalini. The following chapters will cover the practices of yoga, tantra yoga, and breathing exercises that help stimulate the chakras and awaken Kundalini energy. There are many creative ways you can support your awakening. You can perform affirmations and visualizations that stimulate your chakras and the chakras of your trusted spiritual guides. You can call on your higher self for guidance during your meditation sessions. Visualizing and listening to music can also trigger your Kundalini. Awakening Kundalini energy will lead you on your path to spiritual development. It is a multidimensional process that takes you through many realms, including past life experiences, ascension energy, and cosmic awareness. As you receive more consciousness and your spiritual awakening, you merge with higher beings, animals, plants, and elemental spirits. Your mind and spirit merge with your soul, and your body's cells create a magnificent here. You will learn about the energy channels in the physical body and your subtle body. After understanding more about Kundalini, we will examine the main chakras and their associated sounds. Kundalini energy is considered one of the great secrets of spirituality and discovery. Kundalini awakening is the natural flow of life force energy that exists within us. It is a Kundalini yoga technique that stretches and strengthens the spine, alleviates stress, strengthens the nervous system, and stretches the energy channels. The Yang practice begins with the asana practice, which loosens the spine and awakens the muscle to full extension. For example, standing postures lengthen the spinal muscles and strengthen the legs and ankles. Also, standing postures lengthen the spinal muscles and strengthen the legs, knees, ankles, and back. There is no true definition of Kundalini energy because its definition is fluid. It is one of the worlds within us and the life force in the universe. Because of its nature, Kundalini's energy cannot be controlled with physical or mental declarations or manipulation. People attempting to harness Kundalini energy usually align with their higher consciousness to access it. However, most people have little experience with Kundalini energy beyond the physical senses, so they attempt it prematurely and risk their lives. Of course, people awakened to Kundalini energy have a special awareness and gifts that can assist others. You can become empowered by uniting your divine self with your human self. As you welcome the Kundalini energy into your higher consciousness, your own awakening becomes your companion as you take control of your destiny by working on yourself for the benefit of others. These gifts are rooted in your innate spiritual wisdom and will radiate out, healing those you care about. Gifts of Kundalini when awakened include lifting or levitating objects, healing with your hands, reading another person's thoughts, and healing with the power of thought. Many cults attempt to manipulate Kundalini energy and force it to react due to the force of belief. However, this is dangerous and has no lasting benefits. The goal of taking this approach is to compel energy forcefully. The resulting power is usually short-lived because the energy is stirred up and must be forcefully contained. This creates an imbalance in the chakra and can become dangerous. From a scientific perspective, the chakras are not physical or material. They each manifest as a vortex of psychic energies and energy centers, which receive external input from our physical and subtle bodies. Although a chakra is considered a vortex of energy, its center is also a vortex of psychic energies that pulsate with life force energy. These energies serve as a communication medium between the spiritual and physical worlds. So the pineal gland symbolism. The pineal gland, also known as the third eye, is the gatekeeper to the spiritual world. It is closely linked with the metaphysical or subtle body, which also houses the soul. The pineal gland contains a small blue light sensitive pineal body that regulates our body's circadian rhythms or internal timetable. It is a hunter-gatherer of serotonin trips in our brain and body. It is associated with various cognitive centers in the brain and acts as an antenna for electromagnetic frequencies. It also secretes melatonin and prolactin, which regulate our sleep patterns. The pineal gland institutes the endocrine system, the endocrine system's first synthesis process before birth, and is involved in our ability to learn. It acts as a bridge between our feet and our heads. It is related to the energy of our spine and is a bridge to the realm of the soul. This bridge is very sensitive and can cause a magnetic field that modifies, regulates, and guides our physical brain, producing psychic phenomena such as vibrations, out-of-body experiences, and hallucinations. Throughout history, the pine cone has been found to be a symbol of the pineal gland in different cultures. The pine cone is a wisdom sign. The ancients believed that the goddess of oneness and transformation stands guardian over the worlds, connecting the earth to the celestial spheres, a conduit of our consciousness to awareness and beyond. In Christianity, the pine cone symbolizes enlightenment and rebirth because it rises from its seed. When you meditate, focus on stimulating the pineal gland. You can stimulate it by focusing your mind on the area between your eyes and above your eyebrows. You can also place your palm on your third eye during meditation. Focusing on this area can revitalize your energy centers and make you feel more spiritually uplifted. Manifestation of psychic gifts. Gaining psychic gifts is common upon spiritual awakening. Most people are attracted to spirituality because they need to help others and the world around them. These individuals have a natural gift of communicating with people and are aware of universal truths around them. Although your psychic gifts are natural, you can enhance them through meditation and yoga. Your psychic abilities will either remain dormant or slowly develop as you grow spiritually. If you practice daily meditation, your psychic gifts will most likely reawaken and develop more rapidly. Once you awaken to your inner workings, you will notice when certain people are trying to contact you. You will naturally become sensitive and aware of different energies in your environment and sense someone else's presence without consciously visualizing them being there. You may also experience spontaneous revelations, déjà vu, and flashes of inspiration that will alter your perspective toward life or situations. Your intuition will guide you in accomplishing various conscious and unconscious goals. It is through intuitive reading, telepathy, and psychic dream interpretation that you can discern a person's thoughts or actions. Psychic dreams can help reveal events at present or at another timeline in history. These psychic adventures occur for a reason. They are moments that will not be forgotten and may help you to lead a life path for the better. All right, let me take a look at the next chapter, because when you look at them, they don't look very long, but there is a bit of information that goes into each chapter. I'm realizing that because we're going on 20 minutes and that was just one chapter. Okay, so I think we're going to stop there, because chapter 2, we're going to go into the relationship between Kundalini and each individual chakra. So I feel like this video would be very long if we put them both together, and it would be a lot of information. So for right now, we'll plan on doing anywhere between 1 and 2 chapters per video. I think there's about 9 chapters in this book, if I'm not mistaken, 8 or 9. One of them is particularly long, so we'll see how many videos this takes, but I don't anticipate more than maybe 9 or 10 videos altogether. But this book just covers everything. It's so amazing, and I'm very excited to read this to you guys. And I hope that if you feel pulled to this subject, that you're excited to learn more about it. So yeah, we'll stop right there, and we'll read next about chapter 2, which is chakras and Kundalini, which are very important. They work in tandem together. You can't work with one efficiently and healthily without clearing the other and aligning the other. And by other, I mean the chakras. So we'll stop right there with our first chapter in Kundalini Energy Awakening by Melissa Gomes. And I will see you guys again soon for chapter 2. And as always, please take care of yourself. Please take care of those around you. I will see you again soon for chapter 2. And I love you all very much. And I thank you so much for joining me and reading these books with me and finding growth and comfort and peace and expansion, whatever it is that you're gaining from this. I'm so happy to contribute to that. I will see you all again very soon. Take care until next time. Bye-bye.